Hi.
Get away!
I thought I was in late Lanzarote.
Get away.
What a motor! Look at that motor!
It's only 1.5, Conor.
Oh, isn't it? But it's a rocket ship.
1.6. Any reaction to the threats on your life?
Come and get me. Come and get me.
The first girl, Megan Whelan, so her brother is Graham Whelan out Crumlin, like also known as the Wig. He's major, so that's not going to end well for him. He went into the pub and he was trying to get at Ryan Bourne, is who he'd gave the digs to. So Megan Whelan's dad was trying to get in the way and he ended up getting a box into the head as well, and he's after smashing Ryan Bourne up. Now Ryan Bourne's only a little skinny cunt from Crumlin, but he hangs around with Pato and Paulo Timmins. Now a couple of weeks ago he smashed the two of them up down at their house because the Timmonses sent people up to Andy Murray's house. Now Andy Murray is also another heavy, but I don't know why Conor's even getting involved with any of them, to be honest. They sent people up to Andy's house and there was a bit of trouble up at that house, so I'd say he's only going up there to them saying what you got. He went up there saying what you doing, sending people up to my mate's house and all, and smashed them up. But your man Ryan hangs around with them fellas, so I think he was just guilty by association and that's why he got the digs. But the fact Mr. Whelan's after getting a dig in the heads, it's all going to kick off, so buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Now back home, UFC champion Conor McGregor has appeared in court for speeding after being ordered to do so by a judge. The 29-year-old pleaded guilty at Blanchardstown District Court and was fined €400. He had been recorded driving at 158 kilometres an hour in a 100 kilometre an hour zone in March of this year. Well, our crime correspondent Paul Reynolds joins us now. Paul Reynolds, the judge in this case, adamant that Conor McGregor should appear before her today. What did she say?
Well, Conor McGregor certainly did appear before, and he arrived in a rather dramatic fashion in a two-door BMW sports car, which he abandoned outside the building. There was some discussion as to whether or not the cars were going to be clamped. The Gardaí decided that this was not the case, and the case went ahead inside. Conor McGregor was sitting in court. His solicitor, when the guard gave evidence, a Garda William Dempsey, said that Conor McGregor had been recorded driving at 158 kilometres on the Naas Road in a 100 kilometre zone on the 31st of March last. Now, the judge then asked Conor McGregor to take the stand to explain why this was. The reason why he was summoned here in the first place was because the judge said that if there was to be any plea of mitigation, then he was to be in court to give that evidence himself. So he took the stand, he took the oath, and he answered the questions from the judge. The judge asked him why he was speeding, and he said he couldn't remember, or he couldn't remember what speed he was doing. And then she said, he said, that's it. And she said, well, actually, that's not it. And he said, well, what I did here was that I did try to pay for it. There was evidence given in court that Mr. McGregor did try to pay the speeding fine, but for some reason wasn't able to do so. At that stage, his solicitor intervened and said that Conor McGregor was pleading guilty. There would really be no mitigating evidence, and whatever fine was to be imposed, he would accept. So the judge then said to him that she had to ask him the question that she asks every defendant in cases like this: how much do you earn? And she said to him, while there was laughter in the court, that he wasn't to say that he earned 110 million in one day this year. Mr. McGregor also laughed and he said he earned 140 million. At that stage, the judge fined him €400 and said he had 2 months to pay and he could pay by instalments. Again, there was more laughter in the court. And then Conor McGregor apologised for speeding. The judge asked him to take more care on the roads and take cognizance of other people. As he walked out, he dismissed threats, reports. When reporters asked him about threats to his life, he dismissed those. He got into his sports car, which he described as what a motor, and he drove away.